If I don't do the number, if I don't check the count, if I don't see the possibilities, then how can I actually really know that things go together? The efficiency of understanding is to understand the process. And when you understand the process well, you can take it from there. So this is what I'm going to be showing you. I did before 26. I did before the alphabet all the way down to 10. Now what I'm going to do is up to 36. Okay, 36 is the top. 3 times 6 and 35. 3 times 6 equals to 27. 3 times 5 is 15 and 8 equals to 23. 2 times 7 equals to 14 equals to 9. The total is that 23. 3 times 5 equals to 23 and 2 times 7 equals to 23. Both these numbers equal to 23 and 6 and 5 inside the red sun. This is your Earth. This is your Beta Gates, BG, Big Red Sun Venus Sundog. He's got an eye on you. 35 and 23 is 58. This is the angels. This is all the A letters. A. A is inside H, and A is inside E. A and E and H. 53, 23 minus and plus is 76, so we get our spirit out of the angle of 76. This becomes 8 and 5. This becomes 8 and 5. That's where you get your 8 and 5, and your 8 times 5, 8 plus 5 will now equal to 35. Burgundy and the gateway. This ball, 15, is connected to the 7th gate. Why? Because the pool game tells us. This over here is 27 plus and minus is 95. E-I-E-I-O, Einstein, and the spirit is 76. 76ers of Philadelphia Freedom. 19 equals to 95. 50 becomes 56, and 56 is all your 11s. Inside the family over here of R, 3 times 6 is 18, 3 and 6 is 9, 3 and 6 is C and F. So you get 3, you get 9, you get 9, and you get your 27. 9 and 9, R and R. 8 and 1, 8 and 1, 7 and 2, 7 and 2, 6 and 3, 6 and 3, 4 and 5. This is the foxhole in the sun. This is your yo creation of 11, these two. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 6 and 5, 11. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 5. So when you angle out these, we pair these up. This becomes 27, this becomes 44, this becomes area space inside 72. 72 is your clock creation, your BC creation of communication. There's other facets that go in this. I have to learn them. So when we multiply, take this one over here, there, here, and here. These are the only two that can happen in the cube. The only two can happen in the cube. You will now have 3, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 3. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 will equal 11. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 16. And 36 is 52. You now have Earth. 2 and 5, or 11 and 5, creates number 25, or the letter Y and P, A and F, which this is, it says key, and it is Earth. 1/4, 1 part of 2 and 5, or 2 to 5 odds, if you want, which is under 3. If this was in odds, this would be a 290 maximum payout. The maximum you get from this is your birth, your DC link to the half-life. That's what it says. This is your queen, your Q. This is your queen, the gateway to Q and P, the light queen. DC, this one over here, your T and P, okay, and that's what they're trying to pass right now. The T and P is trying to be passed all over. This is your timing. 72 times 5 is your timing for 360. This will create 13 and 20, 33. This will be your gates between the 2 and 8 and 4. 1 and 3 is 4. 2 and 0, 0 equals 6, 6 and 2 is 8, 4 and 8. This is your Pluto halfway house, the sun and the gateway of energy. Here you have your sun. Here you have your foxhole. Inside your foxhole you have 5 and 4. Inside your sun you have 4 and 5. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 7, and 8 equals to 15, Mars, and your gateway. 78 will create 56, and 15 equals to 71, and 71 is the queen that holds the key, 1 and 6 to the halfway life. When we understand that your 8 and 1 over here, Z, will now support the 10. Will bring you to the 9 lives of the cat communication right over here, and the same thing is done with the T. Why? Because it's the 20th letter. Add a 6, and this is the 10th letter. Add a 6. They both become 42. This one extends to 33 and 12. This one extends. Let me see if I can do the extension over here. This one becomes the same thing. 16 and 26 is 42. And this one is 16. This one becomes 26 and 16 is 42. They become the same thing, TP and Z. This is AH and R, angel resident, supporter of that spirit, supporter of the spirit link. That's why when you drink alcohol, you detach from that link. So we have to understand why alcohol is called spirit, why we detach, and they call it 0.08. And we have to understand if that's a mechanism that runs with electricity of some sort, that runs through an alternate system that has nothing to do with the Spirit of God, because we've already been altered through a different passage. That's what my question is right now. And the same thing, this becomes 4 and 8. Pluto, this becomes 13 and 20. Becomes, remember this is 42, right? But the first number is 33 and 6 is 39. This becomes the skies of Pluto. The same thing comes over here. 26 and 33 becomes 39, becomes the skies of Pluto, and you get the sun and the electric. This, what I was playing with over here, is just showing you the basics of the number. R equals 18 equals 9. S equals 17 equals 8. T equals 20 equals 2. This one over here is 22 becomes 28, and T becomes the cycle and relationship to the moon, because it's how we connect the crossover. How we connect the crossover, right? Either we can connect it this way and this way, and there's your bar. That's your JTV. What is this? This is the J over here. This is your star system over here. Okay, linked to the tree if you want to look. At the same time, you can say man is walking and he gains his eyes. See, here's his feet. All right, here's his feet. Well, we can do a lot of designs when we do this because we're talking, right? We're talking. So we come down to X. We have 24, which creates 14. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. And we have 6. We can have 66 and 14 equals to 78. You now create the gateway. If you want to work this with 0. This is 36. The gateway is created in creation. This is 23. Add 60 becomes 88. The divided gateways of creation, the duplicates. This one become 86. This one's communication, V for life, the division. This one becomes 84 out of Pluto. Double U, double V, 2 of each. This is the transition. If you want to do the same thing with 60, becomes 82, and you're back into the cycle. This becomes 85, and that's the silver matrix, artificial intelligence, and this becomes 87. This is the gateway within one's mind, 7 and 8. If you ever look at the deck of cards, inside the deck of cards, you have this setup, right? Is that correct? Absolutely not. You don't have that setup at all. In the deck of cards, okay, you have this setup. You have the 6 and the 7, which creates 5 and 2. That's Earth of Man. And then you get this one over here. You get 3 and 5, X and V. 24, 22 is 46. X is 10, and V equals to 15, equals to the half-life inside Roman numerals, above and below. Or you can look at 3 V's, 2 V's down and 1 V up. This equals to 44, 66. Raphael, we're going to take in one more. We're going to do 36. Now we're going to run down to 35. 35, the 2 letters are R and Q that come together. When R and Q, we have 9 and 8. When we come to Z and I, we have 9 and 8. So we link. I'm going to do this fast. We link this one here. This one becomes 1. This becomes 1. We link here. Then we link here. Now we're going to link these 2 together, and this one stands alone. This one stands alone over here. 3 and 5. And this one over here becomes 5 and 3. 5 and 3, 3 and 5, that's your electric company of Earth, created inside HEC, C-E-N-H, He creation. The numbers created inside here, 5 and 9, 14, UN, and VM. When these 2 come together, and then these 2 come together, this one will recreate your key, because the 25th letter is Y. This letter is K, this letter is E, says key to P, key to pi. Key to 16. The key to 16 is the touchdown. 1, 6, and 3. The touchdown, the field goal, the extra point. we will do these two together for the reason that's 19 and 12 equals to 31, alternate current. We'll do this together. These two together is 43 equals to 7. This is 27 equals to 9, 7 and 9. This one together equals to 45 equals to 9. This one equals to 25 equals to 7, 7, 9, 7, 9, 16 and 16, 16 and 16. That is your doorway. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 will create your 11. That's the way things are split up. Then we can also go and jump. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go 1 and 3, and then 1 and 5. And then we're going to pair up 2 and 4 together, because that's what they tell us to do. When you pair up 2 and 4 together, you have 40 and 24 is 64. And now you have a cat sitting in here, and it's a little bit hard to finish this piece that I'm working on. So anyways, when we have 2 times 5, 2 plus 5, this will create a 10 and a 7, 17 for the queen, plus it recreates a 6. Number 25 or 52, which is 1/4 and stands for earth, and the word 6 will create 17 from it. You must add 6 because 2 times 5 is 10. There is a 0. This automatically will now say 23. This 25 will revert to 23. 25 is B and E. It also creates the letter Y. This one is B and C, and that's your communication. It also creates E. Bell Canada Enterprises Communication, where the PQ all meets. PQ, Parti Québécois, that's where we have to meet. That's where it is. That's where the water system is, the cycle of the water system. So when we're going to bring back these numbers over here, 23, and this one becomes 16. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, and this one will recreate 36 again. This will recreate 36 in the house of 35. 36 over here plus 35 equals to 71, and again we revert the same thing back to the 71, 17 over here. This one is 53. 36 and 17, 53. 36 and 43 is 79. 36 and 16 is 52 earth. 36 and 33 is 69 rotation. 36 and 12 is 48 area for space inside Pluto, where G and E sets in the sun of the DC world, alternate current inside the gates, AC-DC. We're going to leave it at this. Raphael 7286, just showing you how I piece and part together. They will be perfect. There are no mistakes. The numbers will create other numbers, and they will take us on to have words in cycles, and that's how the numbers must click together just like gears. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.